All right, let's break down reaching out after a breakup, family. It is your favorite avoidant, dismissible me. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Please hit the like button, subscribe for my daily content Monday through Friday, and drop your attachment style, the attachment style of your partner, and let me know where you are watching from down below. Family, today, like I said, talking about breakups and why somebody who is a dismissive avoidant may not reach out after a breakup. Because again, I can't speak for everyone, just myself and people who are similar to me. So, why somebody that is dismissive avoidant may not reach out after a breakup is there may not have been enough time yet for me that has passed for me to feel like I miss you yet. I may just be enjoying the solitude, not having to worry about or consider another person's feelings at the moment. That may have been very overwhelming, especially if we're at the end of a relationship. It could also be that I'm taking a lot of time to process the end of a relationship, especially if I, really liked you. So to reach out very soon after is not going to happen. While I may only be sad for a weekend, that's a personal rule, I may process it for a much longer time than that. So while I'm figuring that out, I am not going to reach out to you. I'm not going to reach out. I'm going to stay focused and trying to replaying what was going on over and over again and thinking about things because me personally, I self-reflect. I reflect back on not only things that the other person was doing, but definitely what I did also, right? That's important. That's where growth happens. So there is that. So if I'm taking that time to process, work things out, reflect, and especially if I know that I'm not going back, I'm definitely just working on being better. Like I'm just moving forward. I'm clocking all the things that I need to fix. I don't really worry about the other person once it's over. I'm going to be quite honest with you. I worry about the things I need to fix so that I can be better the next time around so I'm not making the same mistakes, right? Because I'm not going to date this person again, so I don't need to focus on their mistakes. That's just me personally. I know everybody don't think like that. The other thing is if you ended the relationship and it was not me, because obviously if I ended the relationship, I've already come to terms mentally and emotionally with not speaking to you, or mentally and emotionally preparing to have a period of time where I'm not going to speak to you until I can work things out, or we can work things out and definitely have a period of separation. But if you end things, especially, I'm not going to breach a boundary. Like even more than it being an emotional thing, to me, when somebody breaks up, it is a boundary. It's like, okay, I'm not interested in this relationship. I'm not interested in communicating with you, and I want my space. So for me, a breakup is I need space, and this space is likely permanent. I'm going to give you that space. I'm going to give you that space. I'm going to give you that time, because when I ask for space or when I break up with someone, I really want that space. I want you to not communicate with me. I'm a person where I treat people the way I want to be treated. This is why I communicate in the way that I do, and I behave in the way that I do very intentionally, so people know where I'm coming from, so that I don't have to repeat myself. Or if I am repeating myself, I know that I'm speaking clearly. If you've ended the relationship, it's going to be very hard for me to reach out. So again, you set a boundary, and I would like to respect that boundary, because I also want to receive it on the other end, especially if things were to come back together, that you see that I respect boundaries, especially when it comes to space. But also, it takes a lot of vulnerability to reach out to somebody who said that they're not interested, they've rejected you on some level, big or small, and be like, hey, how are you doing? Or, hey, can we talk? I hate when people break up with you. How are you doing? Blocked. Well, you were blocked in the first place, but that's why. But yeah, reaching out saying, hey, can we talk, is really, it takes a lot to do that. It's not a simple thing. Especially, excuse me, because my leg's going on. Again, if they're not a good communicator. if they're not a good communicator, and again, they don't, if vulnerability is the struggle, I mean, I'm feeling like that's why we're all here. That's why they're not reaching out, especially if you broke up with them. The other reason somebody hasn't reached out to you after the breakup is they were really serious about breaking up with you. Like I mentioned a little bit earlier, is if I break up with you because I do not like change, was that this video? Maybe that was a third or fourth take. If I put forth the effort to start a relationship with you and even put a label on things, or I'm seeing you regularly and I'm making compromises, because that's what you do, you must. If I have chosen to remove myself from that relationship, I did a lot of thinking on that. A lot of thinking, a lot of writing in the journal, a lot of hemming and hawing, going on plenty of long walks and exercises, thinking about the consequences of not speaking to you or this person anymore. Absolutely. Not the short-term consequences, but the long-term consequences as well. That may be why. So you will not hear from me for a very long time if I've ended things. Well, me personally, you ain't never going to hear from me again. Check your pulse. But for other people, it's going to take some time. I would not expect somebody who's similar to me to reach out to you after they've broken up with you and they've been trying. And in less than, I feel like 6 months would be wild. To miss you, to reconsider, to make sure. Because me at the end of a relationship, and I'll do a video on this, I'm a flaw finder at the end, which really in a short form is me making sure I'm born around Christmas, so Santa's making a list, baby, making a list and checking it twice, thrice, to make sure that I'm sure that I need to jump ship, that I definitely need to go, that I definitely want to close the door on this, especially if I'm emotionally involved. I did a lot of thinking. I wasn't not sure. I'm not straddling the fence when I break up with you. It's not I'm not quite sure. I'm definitely sure, because I'm tired of being stressed out of trying to work it out. That may be why. That may be why. So it's too soon. I haven't missed you yet. I'm still processing. Then it's I'm still processing, trying to work things out. And then it's I ended things because I was pretty sure. If you ended things, I'm going to wait for you to reach out. I'm going to wait for you to reach out and see what you have to say. It's highly unlikely, if you have broken up with me, for me to reach out to you, because you already have said you're not interested and you have set a boundary. I'm more likely, if you've broken up with me, to just proceed to move on and just try to be better the next time. And that's that on that, family. I'm not going to drag this out and make it too long. I hate when people do that. So that's what I have for you. Let me know if that was true for you. Dismissive avoidants that are in my audience. Those of you that are with a dismissive avoidant, let me know if that resonates for your person. Let me know where you are watching from. Like and subscribe for my daily content. And family, I will be tapping in with you very soon. Keep it real.